All right. So, before the break, you all were moving to investigate the rest of this house. Go ahead and give me those investigation or perception checks as you do so.
Could I also, is there a feasible way for me to bring this big ass ledger with me? Like put it in my
Sure.
bag? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should bring
And
it.
I actually also want to grab the deed to the house, not because I'm like, ooh, I want to take it, but I also want comparison.
Oh,
That's fair.
that's a good idea. I was just gonna.
I mean, we can also do
submit
that.
it as evidence.
We could also do that. All right, sorry. What were these rolls again? I'm so sorry.
Investigation or perception, and every single one of you'd make me one of those.
Dirty 20 perception.
24 perception.
I gotta add this amazing high number. 10 perception.
21 perception.
Okay.
Ollie's had his thought for the day. They're done.
Wow, we fucking link.
Yeah.
Everyone did real good, and you find a room that you think is his, and it's the room that had the dagger hidden back in one of the corners. In this room, a couple of things that you find are some more of his clothes. You find a set of personal notes that as soon as you kind of open and start looking through, they stop around the same date that the ledger stopped for 2 years. And this does not pick back up.
Oh.
Those personal notes you find. There is a... Sorry, what was the highest roll?
I think Kepri.
24. Yeah, I think that's
Okay. Kepri, as you are looking through some of the clothes in the little dresser, you find a small locked box in one of the pockets of a longer coat hanging out from within. The box is only like 6 inches by 4, and you swear to God you've seen this exact dresser twice now.
Oh shit.
This would
I
make
think
the
they may have found
third.
something. This feels... Well, Capri will show everyone the box first, and then sort of gesture to the dresser.
The contents inside are all different, but even down to the markings within the wood. This piece of furniture is nearly identical to the 2 dressers in both Chansey and in Viz's rooms.
God, then does everyone have one of these? Oh my god.
What the fuck?
There wasn't a ring on him, right? Or at least the body.
Oh yeah. We didn't see any of that metal, right?
You didn't. Not on the ring, but in the handle of the dagger that you found, Kepri.
Oh.
That same gem from within the ring rests in the pommel of the dagger.
Is it... Okay, hear me out. Is it the same kind of gem and metal as the ring that Viz tried to slip on?
It seems to be
Us?
when looking at it a little closer.
Ugh. Frick.
Is it also on the staff?
Not on the staff. The staff does not have any metal, and the gem is a similar color, but it's not the same.
Huh. This. Alright, I'm gonna just throw something out there. Do we think this was planted for another person with the doors to come by or something? Because the knife has the gem, and the door was locked with the knife as the key.
And the knife was on the opposite side of the fucking house.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good point. While they're looking at this, I'm gonna flip through these personal notes. Is there anything, like, I'm not as interested in the far behind, maybe, because I'm thinking of taking them. Is it like a diary, or is it just a collection of...
It's just a collection of little notes. It doesn't seem like it was updated very frequently. It wasn't like a daily thing that he kept up with. But whenever something super eventful happened, he'd kind of write a little bit.
Can I kind of check through some of the, like, recent before he stopped?
The most recent thing before that was him writing about he's writing about his child's 10th birthday, but there doesn't seem to be a child's room here in the slightest.
Oh god. Ew, I just had an ew thought. Was he... Okay, this is kinda crazy. I don't know how... He's talking about a kid. But we've not seen any evidence of a child's room. Do you think whatever that copy was, he considered a kid?
Oh.
That might be a wild, completely wrong thought.
Or maybe he foolishly thought maybe he could bring his
I mean, you read back a little further and you don't find notes of like, the kid was born on this day. But he does seem to write about the child. Like, it seems like it's his kid. And there are mentions of him having a wife as well, which he calls... Where did I put it? Sorry. I did my initiative in, like, the middle of my notes and it fucked me up. There it is. So the child, he called Bunny. And, his wife, was named Lucy.
Bro got turbo divorced and became a monster.
Bunny is an interesting name to give to a kid.
Yeah. Is there... But it seems in the notes that there's...
Seems in the notes that, like, he had family. But they're, like, looking around, you can't find any evidence of that in the rooms. There's no clothing for like... There's no children's clothing. There's no women's clothing. There's no clothing other than his, I guess. And
Is there... Oh, go ahead.
In some of the other rooms, like I said before, you do find, like, a couple pieces of clothing from whoever was staying here. I don't think you find a single piece of, like, children's clothing in the entire house.
Sorry, my cat's distracting me.
Monster.
monster. She
She's
wants
the
attention.
dream beast.
D&D.
Oh
no! Good God, can you stop crying? Sorry, I'm trying to play D&D. Okay, Jesus, sorry. So, does there seem... Are these notes straightforward, or does it seem that there's any, like, hidden in them at all?
It doesn't, not from what you can tell at like a brief glance. If you wanted to spend some more time with it, you could definitely look through. But it just seems like every time there's a big event in his life, he kind of keeps it updated.
Sure.
And
I'll
this
at least-
started maybe like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'll at least... it may be overkill, but Ollie is, like, insanely interested. If not pouring them all over now, like, especially on the way back, Ollie would like to take these so that we can have more to look through.
Of course.
I kind of am scared what's gonna happen if we try and open this dresser.
Well, there was also the box that was inside one of the coats.
Yeah.
If we want to delay opening it further.
As you flip a little latch on this box and move the lid open, there's a small set of wings, almost like a butterfly, but not. They're a little bit more translucent, a little bit more fey.
Do they look real? Or like a replica?
It can be a little hard to tell, but I think it's known that things like this, although very inhumane to de-wing like fey creatures, might have magical properties. So there's certainly a way to test that.
Oh, shit. Okay. This is a crazy fucking thought. So... Oh, God. I'm... Sorry. I also could be barking up all the wrong trees. There's just so much information happening, and it's all exciting, and my brain turning. So Ollie's gonna look at this, and then kind of look to the notes. Does this look like this box has been here a while, or is this like a...
It's hard to tell. I will say, like, there's not, like a layer of dust over the clothing within this dresser. But it is very, very hard to tell how long ago that this box might have been put in there.
Alright. Ollie wants to, like, manically, seeing this, flip to the notes, trying to see if there's any, like, one particularly regarding, like, the child's birth.
You don't see anything specific. The notes, yeah, they started before the child was born. And there isn't an exact date at one point. It's just like, oh, Bunny took her first steps today.
Mhm.
And that's the first mention of this child in the book, from what you can tell at this glance.
Is there any mention of a pregnancy?
There's allusions towards it. It's never explicitly like, Lucy is pregnant. But there are, signs, I think during, like, the time that you would think that she'd be pregnant, there are definitely a lot more hormones flying around the house than usual, at least based on what you can tell through the writings.
Yeah.
When the dream beasts hatch, they're babies, right? Or do they pop out and they're the full thing?
They pop out as the full thing. So when the eggs, before the eggs settle on a form, they are that football size. Once given a dream to manifest as, the egg will then grow to fit the size of the creature at its size that was in the dream. And it will hatch. So some of these eggs are fucking huge. This one would have grown to be a little bit larger than this ram creature before it hatched out.
I just had a...
Yet, I will say you have not found any signs of, like, remaining shell material or anything of the sort around the place.
I don't know what's going on.
I think we should take this box too. I don't know how long I've been here. This is really, really strange, though.
Yeah, maybe Lace could enlighten us on some of the strain that Mr. Chexus was getting up to.
Yeah, if he ever had a wife or kids.
Right.
I've got some kind of weird thoughts, but it's sort of dream beast. But it could just all be wrong. And kind of just based around, I don't know.
Something very peculiar is going on. I guess with the previous eagerness all of you to enter this realm doors, before we leave, do any of you want to see what happens? I don't.
You're a little quiet.
Foghat was being a creature.
Oh, there it goes. All the way up.
Foghat was being annoying. Or am I still quiet? I don't know. Yeah, completely lost my train of thought.
I heard what you were saying. Does anyone wish to try to find out where this dresser needs to be placed for it to lead into the realm of doors?
No.
No, with a heart.
It's
Kind of do, but
it's real cool, but
What'd you say, Capri? I'm sorry.
I do, but I know we won't really find anything we want.
I'm nervous that someone else is gonna be behind the door. I'm
Yeah.
content to just keep them waiting this time.
and even if we were to go in, highest likelihood, very. Am I still quiet?
You just
cut
cut
out
out
a
on that
little.
last couple words.
Even if we are able to venture further, there's still the high likelihood immediately horribly lost.
You weirdly cut out again.
At the exact
What
same,
is-
Discord doesn't like the words that you said,
Yeah.
but I know what you were saying.
You were saying we would get lost. I think. Question mark?
Yeah, no, you cut out when you said it too, Ronnie.
Wait,
Oh
okay,
God, hello?
Do you guys have like crisp hearing on? Because I think it's something
Oh.
with the
Oh,
with the
Chris,
s-
turn that
I would've
off.
had it
Turn,
off.
turn
I
off
had
the
it,
AI noise cancellation.
Let me make sure, because I think I had it turned, but I will make sure, just in case.
Just,
It
how do I do that
was
again?
funny
I'm
that
sorry.
the word lost got cut out both times.
Yeah.
No, I just have standard, not crisp.
Voice and video.
Turn it off all the way off.
I don't know what.
Turn off standard too?
Noise
got
suppression
different-
is what's cutting out the voice, so that'll probably fix that a little
Oh.
bit.
Let me make
I
sure.
have none. There's crisp standard. I have none.
All right.
So
I
don't
think
know
your
what's
mic's
going
just really good then, because it cuts out a lot.
All right. I switched it to no noise suppression.
Oh,
I need to
Whoa.
try to
Is I loud?
figure out the distance.
No,
Yo,
you
you're
sound
cutting
like
out
you're
more.
in a tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you change your audio device, Ronnie? No, wait. Okay, wait. I think you might
That's
be fine now. It straight up sounded like you switched from your microphone to the laptop and then back.
Hello? Am I
Hello?
trapped in still?
A little.
I think you're mostly normal. What
Okay,
happened?
it does say that it's on my microphone.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
Discord's just throwing a fit, I think.
Yeah.
Is it the storm?
Yeah.
Probably just storm.
Forgot about that.
Boo! Yes, but, Ollie's at least interested to look at the floor where the scratch marks may align, but not in actually pushing the thing against.
So, as you move, like, around to try to find, you don't necessarily see anything here. You do find scuff marks on the floor upstairs in the room with his body,
Huh?
but that is not the room that the dresser is within.
Uh-oh. What the fuck?
Uh,
Uh,
I don't think I'm getting what you guys are getting.
Yeah. I mean, it got moved somehow.
yeah, but it's all the way through there?
All the way down the stairs, around the building, and through a different door. Yeah.
I...
It's a lot of effort, but
Oh, I understand that.
I don't yet. But y'all explain.
I'm. That's. So. We may not be thinking the same thing. But did someone move it so that he wouldn't have a surefire way? Because if that was where it normally was,
I mean, a lot of effort to cut off his escape.
or is there another entryway we didn't see in his study?
You know, just as a precaution, I'm going to fire up see invisibility.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a wonderful idea.
That shit lasts an hour.
Let me look up the spell so I know exactly what it does.
Let me pull it up too, so I see what it does.
I used to spam that shit when I was virtuoso. That's such an underrated spell.
I'm gonna kick a hole in the door. I can't use it. Boom.
As you cast the invisibility on yourself and you peeks into the ethereal plane, off of the
That's good.
corpse of Mr. Cheshus, you do see this silvery, with green streaks moving through it, rising from the body and evaporating like mist. But it continues to do so at a constant rate.
Oh, what the fuck? I have no idea what that means.
But that's the only like weird thing you see with your see invisibility spell.
You said it's a like silvery.
It's like
green
it's
wit.
like a mostly like dull silver, but with green streaks through it, like light green, almost like a minty.
Can we gather? Is there a way to gather if this body looks fayish? Or no?
I mean, the body looks mostly human. Just a little wrong in a couple of ways.
Yeah. I've got a lot of questions. At least when we get back.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Just-
Do you smell anything odd, Satyr?
Do I pick up any weird smells in here?
Yeah, the bag you're carrying.
Listen, if I'm actually going to take a negative stealth, I'll half the bag.
I don't see a way around it. People are going to smell you as soon as you walk into a room.
I mean,
Keep it. You can sell that shit to Kel, probably.
You probably sell it to Kel.
how do? I keep asking questions about this because it's not important. But how long would it take Satyr to do this process and be able to actually cook? To get through it, but say.
A little more than a week.
Gotcha.
Maybe slightly longer because you don't have like the proper materials. And but are we moving back to get on the road?
I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
This place be freaking Ollie out. But
yeah.
is someone taking the staff and the dagger? I've got all of the paper with me. I wasn't sure if we were keeping the other stuff.
I got the goat skin.
Kepri has the dagger.
I'll take the staff.
I like this dagger. It's shiny.
Enjoy it, but I still have weird worries about that strange metal that
Yeah,
come
me
from
too.
around the doors.
We could probably pop the gemstone out.
I mean,
Well, I think we know someone who we can ask about this, at the very least.
why is everyone looking at me?
What?
I actually
Because
probably
you're
could.
so cool, Merritt.
No, I'm proficient in jeweler's tools. I actually really might be able to.
I think Modin's pretty confident that you could get that gem out.
I mean, there's always the like, oh, it might be magic, but if it's not, I probably can.
That was smart.
It's definitely magic. It unlocked a magical lock with a single touch.
Were you more wanting to ask Viz or Kel?
Yeah.
Viz, gonna be honest, we may not get many straight answers out but we could ask her.
I straight up do not even want to be in the same room as Viz right now.
Yeah,
I really
you know,
don't.
maybe you're right. We shouldn't tell her that we went there and screwed with whatever was going on there. Um,
And I'm
Something
assuming. Oh,
was.
sorry. Continue.
No,
the only
no, I'm
thing
done.
is, if we still wanted to be on Viz's good side, they're probably the best source for any idea as to what this is and what happened to Mr. Che. But I don't really want to.
That is true.
I agree that Viz would probably know, but I highly doubt that she would tell us the truth.
I'm assuming by the way we are walking out as we're doing this, but
Yeah, walk and talk.
Ollie.
Hopping out. Sorry. How
Go ahead.
far away to carriage?
Your carriage is parked a good 150 so feet away from this building.
Sorry, I didn't know how to go super close. Keep going. Oh, sorry.
Ollie will just say, we could possibly get more answers from Viz, especially if, this Chessex look-alike, or maybe even Chessex himself, had access to the Realm of Doors. However, Kel might also be a good shot, and Kel is currently my vote as our potential second stop, because I know we definitely want to talk. And then Morin, you brought up the mayor or the Farmers Guild or something like of that sort.
You know, I think it might be in our best interest to report to. Is there like a captain of the guard kind of situation here? Because I think that we might have an easier time accessing that kind of person than the mayor.
The guard captain was killed the other night
Oh yes,
by Chansey.
that's right.
Is there
Okay.
some sort of like
We should go
court
to the
system? Yeah, or someone to get an audience. But Kel also, though we may not be able to fully find her, she has access to information that's a little harder to get. She may know something about stuff that went down here if Lace doesn't. And I know it might sound weird to say, but I trust the person who trades in shady information more than our right here.
I sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's Marvin. I have, I suppose, a very dangerous point. We could always. We did not, unless Viz is privy to our meeting with Kel, what we discussed, then they would have no reason. We could come back and just say that there was an emergency, and Viz would surely not question any of our other motives, or in speaking. But
Possibly. We could spin a story. Sorry.
it's still a very bad idea.
I was gonna say we could try and spin a story to Viz. I just worry because she seems to always be a couple steps ahead, and I don't super love that. I don't know how much I could get away with almost.
Right.
I don't
And
know.
She was very quickly aware, being in Chansey's abode, where her cabin.
I'm also curious if we could. Okay, I have a kind of crazy thought. So I mentioned earlier, I was like, oh, it's a weird theory. What if this like copy of Chessex is this bunny character, right? Um, I don't know how it works, all shape changers. Um, some people view shape changing as a curse, right? And in a way, sometimes it quite literally is. Um, there's instances where, you know, in terms of changelings, sometimes a human mother could be cursed and then end up a shape changer child. And it's just a weird thought. They've got this like desecrated fey creature's wings. I don't know. What if that being we found was some twisted form? What could have been his child? It's a really, really wild theory. I know. And not like super related. I'm throwing out ideas. I still want to pour through all this stuff. It's really interesting.
By this point, you've gotten back to the carriage as you kind of continue your conversation as you move back out into the open road.
It's a kind of, it seems like kind of a crazy act, but I am like I'm a druid. Would I have any semblance of an idea of what these wings are, or where they came from, what they belong to?
Go ahead and make me a nature check.
I don't know how I keep getting, I have to take a picture of this. A nat 20.
Whew.
So that's just 20. I don't add it to you.
So,
Wait. No, I don't, sorry.
with a natural 20, they are specifically pixie wings. They were both removed from a creature, probably alive, as that's usually how it's done to retain their magic. And I guess another thing you would know with a natural 20 is for a pixie's wings to retain their magic, they have to be 1, cut off of them while they are alive, and 2, cut off of them within the Fae. So whoever did this did it in the Fae realm.
Huh. Shit. That's like this thought just like springs to Sater's mind out of nowhere. Those look. Now that I think about it, those look like pixie wings. I mean, would there like? Sorry. Is there like some consequence? Someone get in trouble with, presumably with, or like kind of trouble someone get by doing that, or like.
So you couldn't get in trouble here, but if you had pixie wings in, like, that's the equivalent of owning, like, carrying around like a skull with you, like somebody's body parts.
Right.
Yeah, that you like took from them while they're alive.
And pixies' wings are specifically used for sleeping spells. Sleeping spells and magics.
I will relay all of them. Yeah.
Sleeping spells, magic.
Yeah.
Chesh killed a pix, or someone in this doesn't.
Or maybe my theories completely wasn't actually him, could have been someone else. Look, I'm not like. Listen, I guess technically I'm aligned, but I'm not super familiar with Fae. I just know you kind of shouldn't really fuck with them. Um,
Right.
and the Fae. Oh shit. Those doorways and those dressers, they can anywhere, right? Do you think
Presumably.
there's there's hundreds of doors. Do you think someone could travel to the Fae through it?
I thought that were an option. That's bonkers.
Sorry?
I said that's bonkers.
Moving along the trail laid out before you, you all leave the farm. 15-20 minutes go by. You once again pass by the currently empty home of Lace Caraway and begin your few days' journey back to Stone Table. During the first night that you all find yourselves asleep, Ollie, not long into your dream, something strange occurs where you feel yourself still dreaming, but now suddenly you're aware that you're dreaming and your eyes are closed. And when you force them to open, you're laying down in a bed in a room in an unfamiliar inn.
He bolts up. Is it dark or is it?
Do you want it to be dark? It's your dream, after all.
No, he wants it lit up so they can see or the situation, what they see here.
And you see a room that's feels lived in, but not regularly by just one person. Again, like an inn, you move to a window to the right side of the bed, up against the back wall. You look out the window. What do you think Ollie sees outside the window?
In their dream. I think Ollie sees the streets of where they grew up. And sees a house across the way with a gun at it. No one attending to it. These streets are run down. The houses are unkempt and like shacks. It's kind of pathetic, and he looks away.
Satyr. Your eyes open and you find yourself lying in a bed in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar inn.
This isn't. I was sleeping on the ground. I'll look around.
You look around the room, and again, this out the window, you see what Ollie described. This rundown kind of very just awful looking place to live. The inn that you're in itself seems to be nice, however.
Gosh. Oh, I got a drink.
Modin, you open your eyes, find yourself lying in this inn room, and not too long after, Kepri, you follow. Ollie, you arrived here first. Stepping outside of your door, in confusion, you look down this hallway that spans almost infinitely of rooms for this inn. But directly in front of you, you see a bar. You hear the sounds of patrons, but cannot see them. You do see glasses, drinks floating in the air as if they are being drank. Cheers. The only individuals you see within this bar are 3. Behind the counter, shaking a cocktail shaker, is an older, kind of full bearded tiefling man. And he pours into a little glass, hands it off to a figure that you can't quite make out, who shoots it back, waves at them, and then moves through a door into what you assume is the kitchen.
I'm gonna cry. Sorry.
I am crying. Shut up.
The next thing that happens is the doors next to your room begin to open as your companions have also woken up in the same space.
Suitor walks out, mace first. Sees everyone.
Satyr, you're in Kepri.
Ollie,
What happened?
we fell asleep in the woods, right?
This is another part of the realm, isn't it?
You're all dead. You hear a voice come from off to the side in the hallway, and you see a shoulder-length hair, kind of changeling woman wearing this almost loose-fitting robe, but you see that it is kind of strapped down to her body with different holsters for knives. And she goes, "I'm kidding, you're not actually dead. Hi, sweetie." Turns to you, Ollie.
Okay. Ollie has seen her statue. He's never
have.
seen her.
You've never seen her.
They've also heard her voice before once.
Mm-hmm.
Could Ollie reasonably put together?
Yeah.
Ollie, the composure's gone. They fall to their knees. And just kind of shake.
No need for the bowing. I don't get down with that. Rise. Stand. Please. I
Sorry. Well, this is...
What's going on right now?
I'm dreaming.
You are. I'm not actually here, and you're not actually here. Here, look. She grabs your hand, which is wild. And you notice as she moves to grab your hand, her fingers almost go through you, your wrist. but she focuses and moves it over to like her and tries to like give you a handshake but cannot. I can barely make any sort of physical contact. I'm not here right now. I shouldn't be, but
Are they here? Like gesturing to the group.
they're also dreaming. You're all dreaming.
I hope so. I was tired.
You'll wake up in the
Malfi.
morning and it'll feel like you've slept forever. You'll be fully okay.
Are the drinks real?
I sure hope they are. As far as I know, they're real.
Seder is going to de-escalate, trying to take in this, and he's gonna go grab a drink.
Oh, hello, darling. What could I get you? You see he puts down a couple of different, like, pulls out a couple of bottles, and he says, you were invited, specifically by the missus, so ask away.
Right. Still have to take in. Which one do you like best?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Oh, Ren.
He,
Getting me so bad.
he takes a, clear bottle of alcohol, throws it into the pitcher, and then he says, shaken or stirred. You can do this one either.
Oh. Trying to say what a Seder would know what that means. Shaken. Yeah.
He takes this other bottle from below the bar, and he opens it, and you get, like, the wildest scent of banana. He pours, like, the smallest drop in, and then grabs a couple of, like, fresh fruit slices to shake into the drink. I want to tell you I created this, but I'd be lying.
I would believe you. Seder is gonna just not down it, but is gonna take the
Oh, and here. And then after putting on the show to, like, physically shake and make you a drink, he puts his hands down on a tray, and 3 more materialize out of thin air. And he hands you the tray. Bring some for your friends.
That's a good idea. Takes. Starts to walk towards the group again.
Ollie, sorry. Ollie does try and stand up, but is very shaky. I'm sorry. Malavi?
Yes. Ollie? That's the one you're using right now, right? She gives you a little wink.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry. I've never. First time I've been in the presence of goddess.
well, I'm sad to say it isn't a more normal occurrence. I do my best to see all that I can and help who I can. Which is why, again, I'm not here physically. But
No,
I wanted to hear you out. I understand you mentioned one of your friends had an issue.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Lauren? This is my patron, Malavi. She's poignant.
She looks you up and down.
It's an honor.
She goes, you would be very hard to copy.
Like, as he fully, like, cocks his head like a dog when they're confused.
Sorry, I was just She points over at Capri. I couldn't copy you. Not at all. Points at Murren. But you're not... Oh. There's a little glimmer in her eyes as she looks over you, Murren.
I think everybody sees for the first time Horin go like truly like rigid, like a deer in headlights, full of anxiety. And but also like very like pleading eyes.
She just kind of nods. Yeah, I don't know if I could copy you. But what's your problem, friend?
I kind of looks really nervous and looks around to everyone. I'm not even sure what question to ask. Perhaps
Would you
if
feel
you-
better asking it in private?
yeah, he nods. And it looks to the group. It's really nothing personal, but it in terms of risk assessment, I I don't know if it's safe to tell you all some things just yet. Not because I don't trust you, but because it might be dangerous for you if I tell you.
Can I ask? You don't have to answer. Dangerous for you or dangerous for us?
Both.
I gotcha. You're fine.
Cedar nods. You're completely within your right, Mona. I chose to have private one kill. It's not.
It won't take but a moment. You all enjoy the drinks, and I'll be back if any of you have anything else to ask of me before you head back into your nonsensical dreams. Come with me, dear. She reaches out for your hand, Capri, Murren.
Mom, stop getting our names mixed up.
I was saying,
Oh.
the reason I was doing the earlier was because I immediately clocked that this was, oh boy.
I did too, but I was like, oh god, oh no, I happy, but I scared.
She takes you back into that same kitchen area that you saw the hooded figure move through when you arrived. And that figure has seemingly disappeared entirely after entering that room, as you don't see where they could have gone. And she turns and says, "The only one that can hear us from here is maybe my husband if he wants, but I'll be honest with you. I tell him everything."
I also have a mate, and so I understand. And oh, I Ketzel is dead. And I'm the only one that knows that. And don't know. I don't understand how or why. And I need him.
Mm. I. This is news. So if what you're saying is true, then you are the only one that knows.
I know it has something to do with the Hells. They're keeping his corpse in in the Hells. But other than that, I don't know exactly when or how. But this was about 170 years ago.
Her face was full of nothing but patience, waiting for you to find the words. But as soon as you did, oh boy, was she not expecting them. And there's a moment of like, oh shit. And you're sure of what you saw. Not to say I'm doubting.
I am certain. And those that saw along with me were killed. Or if not in the very instant, but soon by the rest of the Dragon Hall did not believe us.
As I understand the frustration, dear. She again reaches out, but in this moment cannot make too much physical contact with you. You feel the briefness of a hand on your shoulder before it almost moves through you, and she says, Ketzel has been, at least as far as I am aware, operating business as usual. Now, that's not to say that I am fully informed on what the usual should be. I am not the most powerful of the gods. I'm the newest. But I can get in contact with the others. We can confirm your theory.
We may want to check on the chromatic one as well. I'm under the impression that the Hells have been playing both sides, and that's what caused or led up to the Great Dragon War.
If that is the case, then this has been happening for a very long time. I know some people. They know the plains very well. As our rules as gods are very strict, so I can't personally go to the Hells. The only place I'm allowed is here and the Prime, because that's what was stated. But I know people who can get other people there, and they'll take a look for us. And if anything is wrong, it will be dealt with.
Your words alone bring me great comfort. Comfort that I have not had in many years.
I also know one other, personally met another of your kind. She's more agreeable than some others. I'll talk to her
Who?
too.
Where?
Shh. I don't want to sound too offensive. Frankly, I can't quite remember.
I understand.
Tall, naked
Our-
woman who walked around my bar sometimes.
I wish I knew.
Her name is Chayak.
Do I know Chayak?
Make me a history check.
What is that? 9.
9. You don't.
Okay. Sounds like someone I would like to know.
We'll hope so. I don't know where she is, but maybe I could find her. And if I do, you will, well... Here. She takes a, hand, moves it over into a small bag on her side, and moves her hand up over to yours and drops a little pendant into your fingers. You don't have to officially worship. I don't care. I just can maybe get in better contact with you directly if I need to, that way.
I very much appreciate your generosity. And I can't lie, my devotion is to Quetzal. But if there's anything I can be of aid to you, my kind do not like to be in debt.
For now, just keep Ollie alive. They're one of my favorites. She gives you a wink.
I can see why.
Reminds me a lot of my kid. The biggest issue is I'm gonna have to find some of the other gods. They're not all stuck in their realms anymore, so they're not there all the time. But
Right.
I'll let one of you know if I find anything, or if my people find anything.
Again, I cannot overstate my gratitude.
She kind of stands back. Do you think you and your friends are hungry?
Probably.
Go enjoy some drinks. I will do a little message sending and then get on some food for all of you.
Thank you. Again.
And this very motherly goddess begins to work on cooking you all a dinner.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Murin, you step back out into the room and kind of pass by Alvin at the bar. And he turns and goes, have you tried the drink yet?
The drink?
The banana one that your friend brought to the table.
Oh, no.
It's good and
Fucking delicious. Have some.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, can well, let me taste it first. I'm gonna order some more.
It tastes like a very banana heavy, like tropical rum drink. It's on the sweeter
Not bad.
side, maybe not like to everybody's taste, but it's pretty dang good.
Satyrs had 3.
Satyrs on 3.
Ollie definitely gave theirs to Satyr.
Kepri will respectfully try to take a sip, but like he's not sure what to do with it, and he doesn't really do much else.
Make me
You
a
know-
wisdom saving throw, Capri.
Oh dear.
God. Let's a 2-year-old try alcohol.
I think Morin's a little bit more of a gin guy.
Fair.
Satyr loves sweet alcohol. She's the worst.
17, surprisingly.
Okay. You smell the alcohol. You smell what it should taste like. And you get
Oh, weird.
as you try to like drink it, it's a little difficult. Your lips don't form around the glass quite the same way that your like humanoid companions do. But that's weird. It tastes strong. It tastes. I mean, I assume you've tried to eat things here and there. This specifically, you can maybe not enjoy, as it's alcohol, but yeah, you don't feel any sort of tipsiness or drunkenness off of it. But you can taste it.
Oh. This place is weird.
Yeah. It's Ollie is like brows kind of pressed, twiddling thumb, but kind of watching the door where Murin and Malavi went. Not listening, of course, just like little anxiety. Sorry. I've never. This is good. This is good. I
So
never.
far.
What?
No, you keep going. I'm sorry. You finish your thought.
No, it's okay. I don't even know how to finish my. I mean, I knew I got my magic from, but, you know, a lot of people get their magic from the gods, but sometimes the gods don't actually live. I never.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it is odd to be close to someone with such a powerful presence and they are so casual.
Shit, I didn't notice you came back. Sorry.
Oh yeah, the drink.
She's.
So far, um,
Go
so
ahead.
far, I have nothing to complain about. Free
Is she
drinks,
still in there?
decent company.
I think she's making us food.
I don't think I'll wake up. I am not fully convinced this is all real.
Well,
I
it's a
can-
dream.
I can taste this.
You can what?
I
I
can
would. Sorry.
taste the drink and probably the food and
I would hope that in dream heaven you could. I.
Well, I say you should eat as much as you like, Captain.
Would it?
Ollie, did you know Malavi had a kid or kids?
Did Ollie know that? I doubt it.
No.
Yeah. No? Did she mean
I'm not-
like in
I'm
a
not.
literal sense? Or like,
It
oh, my
seemed
children
like
worship me.
it. No, it seemed like she was. She told me that you remind her of her kid.
Aw. That's cute.
Good way? Bad way?
It seemed good.
Oh.
She really likes you.
Ollie gets a little bit of an odd look, and kind of looks back to the door anxiously. Would it be, like, insanely disrespectful if I tried to talk to her while she's busy?
I mean, you can always offer to help.
Yeah.
Alvin
Uh.
made several drinks out of thin air. I don't know why she struggled that much.
That is
So I
true.
don't know if I'd have learned.
Ollie will get up and kind of look to Alvin. Although I don't know if Ollie knows his name yet.
Sorry for
No, don't be sorry. Would it be okay if I went inside?
I think. Sorry, never mind.
Alvin kind of opens the door himself and like peeks his head in. And he goes, "Yeah, just give her a quiet moment. I think she's talking to someone."
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, she's doing some sendings. I should have told you that.
As you walk up, you hear her go, "Yes. Yes, hell. No, I don't know which layer. I know you can get there. I know." Okay. Okay. Listen, you don't get to barter with me. Fine. Just check it out for me, okay? That's all I'm asking. Thank you. She turns back up to face the door. Hi. What can I help you with, Ollie?
Ollie will shut the door. Sorry. I'm not usually at a loss. I'm just... They start kind of pacing a little bit. Listen, I guess I'm really grateful. never really knew what. I never thought I'd be the type of person to get noticed enough by a goddess or god to be bestowed magic. I didn't even really find myself in worship when I was younger, and I feel like my cat is going crazy again. During my RP. I the form of Ollie kind of slowly drip away into the real changeling as he speaks. I don't know. I thought I always kind of fucked stuff up, and sorry, this is a whole lot. What do you see in me?
I mean, maybe you fuck some things up, but everyone does that, and your intentions aren't bad. You just need, here, hold this. She starts she puts like a platter in your hand and starts like putting little plates on it for like you and your friends for like food as she continues to talk. You don't have bad intentions, and I think all you needed was a little push in the right direction. Because while it may not look like a whole lot, you're making steps there.
Thank you. Oh. Gods, my face is out.
What's wrong with your face, dear?
Azarin looks to Malavi, and there's a, like, really sad expression, of a little bit of ness. I don't wear it a lot. I guess you know why. Mirren said you remind me. Do you have a kid?
I do. She's one of the toughest people I know. And, she is the reason I am here. It's not just the changeling qualities. It's the ambition, the drive, the need to go out there and do something, even if it's gonna bite you in the ass a couple minutes later.
Sure. I appreciate it.
I saw that, and I just knew I had to have you for my own. She kind of smiles and giggles, she didn't say that maliciously, just like, she kind of smiles and chuckles a little bit, but as she does so, you watch as her face kind of shimmers, and she shape changes into the old man that you won your amulet off of.
Az does kind of smile a little. I thought it was just a good luck charm. Guess it is. He'll look at it. And then kind of look back to Malavi and um can I ask? I know you can't look over everyone all the time. Is my mom doing okay? I haven't heard in a while.
Where are your parents, dear?
Back in Dimtorda, I assume. Same place. Unless they moved.
I'm not close, but I'll look. I'll check. I planned to go there fairly soon.
Thanks. Sorry. I didn't mean to just come in and do all this mess. Thanks. I want to be more like kid. I want to be
Don't be
Like
too much
that.
like my kid. But, you know, you don't even have a point of reference.
Anyways, I don't know why. Just thank you. I'll keep trying to be. Yeah, I'll keep trying to be this. They'll put back on the face of Ollie. Do you need help with making all this?
I was just gonna have you carry it out because I don't know if I can carry all that weight right now. Yeah, she stacks up this platter under your hand, and sets plates out. And it's not the most amazing meal that any of you have ever had. But you get a fairly nicely cooked, like, cut of meat, some fresh bread, and a nice, like, little gravy on the side.
Satyr gets her. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, no, you gave it. She gave it up. Sorry.
She'll come back out and sit at the table with all of you.
Satyr, thank you so much for the food.
Of course. I don't
Yes.
get to cook very often.
I'm not gonna feel the alcohol in the morning.
I never thought to ask the others that.
Satyr kind of loosens her grip on, say, like the fifth glass.
On like your fourth tankard.
Oh, yeah, I'm not entirely sure, gonna be honest.
Good, yeah, alright. Still, very appreciative. It was really nice.
Sorry, I know we've had a lot of questions for you tonight. I just have one quick other one to run by you. Do you know if Arcos is out here hiring assassins to work for him?
Oh, you're serious? No. Why would...
There's some people who sure are claiming to be under the agent of Arcos who do some shady work. Realm of Doors. Not sure if he was aware about that.
Well, you know, not super, I guess, my business, so I'm not sure. But that would be a good thing to know if he was hiring assassins in his name. I don't think he would, though.
I didn't think so either. He doesn't seem that type.
No, the last time I spoke with him, I guess, was months ago now, but
We got that from, per se, a very untrustworthy source, possibly. You seem like the best person.
I wouldn't consider Arcos and I friends by any means of the word. But I would hope if he was doing something like that, I would be aware through one means or another. You said it was an agent of Arcos, one of his champions?
Possibly, maybe someone pretending to be. I just know that they've got access to the Realm of Doors and claim to be working under some agent. No offense to Arcos. He seems more of a stuffy, historical, I don't know, just a good guy.
Knowledge, time,
Yeah.
bookkeeping. He's boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't sure. Wanted to confirm that my thought on that being kind of ridiculous was true.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess, not entirely out of the realm of possibilities considering other news, but I. The most I could do is ask for a conversation. But, I don't know. I'm unsure. Right now, I'm in. Fuck. Where is she physically? Where did my notes go?
I'm in fuck.
I'm in fuck, but fuck
Paper
nowhere.
train.
Right now, I'm over in Sinkwall. Last time Arcos was seen was. I think he's still building that school in Sadia's Eyes. So, north of me.
Okay. And just to clarify, I know the doors. That's not necessarily your thing.
Mm-mm.
Can you get to other planes through the realm of doors?
I don't know. I've
Oh.
been once.
Hey, same as us, and we were kicked out instantly.
I went in. Oh. I guess this was almost 200 years ago now? No. Before I became a god. I went through with 2 other people, one of them being my husband over there, and cannot for the life of me remember his name. This was this drow man. But he led us through, and we entered from one place, walked maybe 4 or 5 doors over, left through that door, and we were halfway across the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring it up. Because if it's not Arcos' people, then it's definitely people who are dangerous that are using the doors.
Anybody who can find a door can use the realm. It was kind of a flaw of, I guess, when it was created.
Sure, but they're doing it under his name. So we've been told, at least.
Well, that's no good.
Um, I'll look to Kepri and Satyr.
Kepri, I think, is probably like tasting this food, and oddly, Kepri, there's a sense of nostalgia, like very strongly as you eat this food.
Yeah, Kepri's just kind of lost in his own world. He's happy. He can eat.
Thank you for bringing us to you, Mal. I know it's hard. You probably have thousands of people calling for you. And I know the whole bouts of gratitude, it's probably too much, but it really... Seriously, thank you.
Of course. I do speak to a lot of my people, as many as I can. And I try to be more involved than I let everybody know.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mind is elsewhere. I might have to go here very shortly.
I'm sorry to speak up. If that be the case, there was something came to my mind. I thought to ask. Satyr will kind of look at group very briefly. I would hate to ask you to excuse yourself just to speak to me, but would you, for what reason do you believe any group of people would, say, be worshipping a dead god, the one of nature?
You are
It's
all so full of surprises tonight. Well, could be a couple things. Maybe they don't know the god's dead. Don't know. That one's pretty hard. I guess, theoretically, they could hope to maybe gain something out of it if that god's soul is still within the ethereal somewhere, and I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I appreciate whatever insight you had to give. It helped.
Dead god of nature, and okay.
Yeah, you don't. It's probably not.
You were all up to so much trouble.
You know it.
I
Well, I
blame
guess
Burin.
Capri
What?
might be the only one not in any funny business.
But something happened to him.
Sure, but he's not actively seeking.
Oh, well. Oh, you've already done so much for us tonight. I'll ask
Tough
some
guy.
other time.
I mean, it's
wouldn't
not
mind
every.
one more favor.
Well, he'll look to the group to make sure it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
So, obviously, I'm not normal by most people's definition. But, I have just this big, well, I assume big missing part of my memories where I'm just out in the garden playing. It was my birthday, and then I wake up like this, and I'm not sure what I really want to ask. I just.
I can tell you from the moment you walked in, I can very plainly see each of your spirits, essences. Some of them different than others, some of them stronger. You're missing a large portion of yours, my child. And I'm not sure how or why that could happen.
Missing.
You don't have the whole piece. It's...
Do you think it could be put back?
I don't know. I guess it depends on where the rest of it is.
Well, that's something to look for, so I'll take it.
You watch as she does go, wow, really, really quietly to herself. She's like, wow.
Having flashbacks.
She's legitimately like having flashbacks to like, oh my god, group of fucking weirdos in my bar again.
As if there haven't been any in the last 50 years. Come on.
Oh no, they're over quite a bit, but
Oh.
not too long later, Malavi turns to all of you. I think I should go. I have a speech to give. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good.
Thank you, Miss Malavi.
Thank you.
Oh.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
She looks at you, Satyr, looks like she's about to ask something, and then goes, She turns and turns back and walks into the kitchen and seemingly disappears, same as the other figure did before her.
I still don't know how to believe any.
Oh gods, what if we forget when we wake up? Like it's one of those dreams that you
No, don't say that. Stop.
Daddy's such an asshole.
Why would you even
Yeah,
say
you
that
don't
out
remind me of
loud?
that.
The last 2 hours of this session, no,
I finally get a clue to literally anything, and you say that.
I was joking.
I hope so.
I don't think she would just forget.
while you're here, Alvin does offer more beverages, despite the worries that this might make you feel bad in the morning.
I can't take any of the food with me.
Sadly, no. It won't leave here with you.
Okay. I think I'm done. But Sadie doesn't feel full, does she? Like, I just feel like I've not ate anything.
I mean, you feel like you've eaten this meal.
Okay.
Whether or not that was enough to satiate Seder.
I'm not gonna ask for more. I do finish my plate. And my drink. Why not?
Alvin mentions to all of you, when you're ready to go back to your normal dreams, just head back into the beds and lay down.
Also, thank you so much. Alvin?
Alvin, yes.
Been
You're her
gracious.
husband?
Yes. Husband, her, I can't say that anymore. She's a god now. But we were married before this. This is just a plus. Get to spend my afterlife making drinks and meeting strange people like all of you.
That's, sorry, I that was so sick.
I love him.
Is anyone gonna say anything?
Yeah, if there's nothing else, you guys could head back to your rooms and...
Morin asked for a gin drink, and then goes.
He just leaves the bottle at the table.
Sick. Man, this place is cool.
He takes one look at you and is like, "You've had a time."
I need this. Thank you.
Eventually,
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say some stupid shit. You're fine.
eventually, you all move on, head back to this rooms that you woke up in, and as soon as you crash, you fall back into your strange state of dreams that don't quite stick with you in the morning, but you do remember everything that happened within the inn. You all awake and begin moving towards your next day of the journey. You have today and then half of tomorrow to get to where you need to go. So, we're gonna end tonight's session there.
Oh.
Oh, my heart, my soul, my body, my mind, my pussy, and my crack.
Whoa. Good night, everybody.
That was a hefty, girthy session. That was a lot of